Investors, you ever wonder how to save money on older mechanicals when you're looking at a deal? So today, I'm gonna show you a way to do that. This is Agent Cory Banks, Realtor 007, and I have my girl, Anna Coleman from First Home Warranty. Hey, Anna.
First American.
Oh, first. See,
I'm like, no.
we really know one another, but it's First American. So let's try it again.
Yeah.
I have my girl, Anna Coleman from First American Home Warranty. Hey, Anna.
Hey, Cory,
How are
thank
you?
for having me.
Well, first, let's get started because many people don't even know what a home warranty is or how a home warranty can benefit a potential buyer. So what is a home warranty?
So a home warranty is a service contract that basically, I like to say it closes the insurance gap. So bookends, where homeowner's insurance or your landlord insurance, that will protect the structure, personal property against damage, but who fixes the systems that break? So we kind of close that gap, and it's, again, a bookend to insurance, so it protects the budget.
Okay.
So when a major system fails, that's what we do. We're either a repair or replace.
So from what you're telling me, a home warranty is almost like an insurance policy for your mechanicals and your appliances.
Well, we call it a service contract, but yes, so
Okay.
it basically is. So it's going to protect your budget.
Okay.
Right? So if something breaks and it's non-repairable, or even if it can be repaired, we're going to either fix it with a replacement parts, or we're going to replace that system.
Okay. If that's the case, if something breaks down that's within the home warranty, that means you're not paying for the full repair of the home of the appliance. The home warranty is actually paying for that.
Right.
Now, is there a deductible, or how does that work?
Yeah, that's a great question. So we call it a service fee.
Okay.
It's $100.
Okay.
Per trade. So when you submit a claim, we allow up to 3 failures under the same service fee. They have to be filed at the same time. So can I give an example?
Yeah, cool.
Plumbing. So a lot of times after someone moves into a new home and starts putting real pressure on systems, that's where we see the failure.
Right.
So I'll say, I hear a lot, shower head's leaking, the sink is leaking underneath, the plumbing's leaking, and then the toilet's not flushing.
Well, I'm trying to get my mind around something. So you're telling me I have an issue with my plumbing.
Right.
I have a home warranty on this home.
Correct.
The plumbing costs, let's say, what, $3,000?
We don't replace all of it. We replace what's failed.
Okay. If the repair is $3,000 for what's failed, I only have to pay $100?
Just based on our coverage. So can I give a scenario? So
Please
a
do.
pipe breaks in the wall. Our contract affords that if we have to make access, so we will go through drywall, which is huge, right?
Right.
Gain access to that pipe that's leaking, and then they will assess it and cut either side of the failed pipe and replace it. We also put the drywall back to a rough finish.
Wow.
Right? So service fee's $100 to file the claim. Plumber comes out, diagnoses it, determines that it is in fact leaking. It failed because of normal wear and tear. That's what we cover, normal wear and tear. And depending on the contract that you choose, if it was improperly installed, there can be coverage for that as well. Again, depending on the plan that you select, okay? But once we determine coverage, we make the repair, and you've paid the $100 service fee in this case.
Wow. I don't think you guys understand what's happening right now. Let me tell you, as an investor, and help me out, Anna. I'm gonna set it up this way. As an investor, this is how I'm looking at this. So help me out if I'm looking at it from the wrong perspective, or if you can add more insight into that. As an investor, I'm looking at a deal because you're supposed to get the home warranty, or it's best to get the home warranty before the deal closes.
Agree.
Okay. So I'm an investor. Let's say I'm a landlord. I'm purchasing the property, and I know that the mechanicals are a little older, and at some point, I know I'm gonna have to fix or replace or repair these mechanicals.
Right.
My tenant is gonna call me at some point, and they're gonna say, Mr. Banks, I need this fixed now. I have a home warranty that I got prior to purchasing this property. Now, the tenant calls, I pay $100 for something that's going to cost maybe somewhere in the thousands to fix or replace, and I pay $100 service fee, and all is am I saying that correctly?
You are, but can I add a few caveats to that to explain? So, it's a limited liability contract.
Okay.
We afford a lot of protection. Okay. There are some limitations. We clearly state them in our contract as far as terms and conditions. Just like homeowners insurance or landlord insurance, there are exclusions.
Right.
The home warranty, First American, we cover repair or replace, right? And it's for mechanical failure due to normal wear and tear.
Okay.
So age is not a concern to First American.
Wow.
So if you're buying a property and you have an inspection and the inspector says systems are end of life.
Right.
We hear that end of life, budget for replacement.
Right.
We're that tool because the systems are in good working order. They're just older.
Right.
Right. So yes, we are that budget protection for that homeowner, investor, landlord, property manager. That's going to be a tool that will help protect the budget.
And that's normally when the anxieties are high, because you've looked at either you had the home inspection or you had the contractor go in and you hear those words, this particular appliance or service is at the end of life. Oh my goodness.
Right.
How much is that going to cost for me to repair or replace it?
Right.
Now this is your go-between to help save money on that budget.
We're the tool.
Right.
We're the tool for that budget protection and peace of mind.
Wow.
So I had a conversation with a real estate agent and a buyer yesterday that are purchasing, and that is exactly the scenario that you just laid out. Home inspection, systems are in good working order, but they're end of life based on manufacturer standards.
Okay.
Right. That's what the home inspection is going to identify, either a visual that there is a problem, or they're going to let you know that based on manufacturer standards, how much life expectancy is left.
Wow.
But do you really know?
Exactly.
Right? I mean,
because it could last another year, 2, 3 years.
It could last 6 hours after closing.
Exactly.
And we have those too, that, now everything was fine, and without having this peace of mind, how do you protect yourself?
So what if that happens? 6 hours, I purchased my home warranty prior to closing. 6 hours, I just signed the papers, and then 6 hours, it happens.
Right.
Am I covered?
Wow. I'm going to say, so I don't make that decision, but our contract states. I'm going to talk about what is our contract.
Right, I understand.
Okay. So our contract states that if all systems were in good working order prior to placing coverage, coverage conveys. We don't have a time limit. So yes, we just replaced the system 6 hours after a buyer received their keys, moved in, started turning on systems and putting pressure on systems. That's what we're seeing right now in this market. The reality of, you can have a home inspection, and I recommend them. They're great. Right? They're a great tool. But again, they're a moment in time. They're a snapshot in time that day that you're testing systems.
Right.
So you've got that escrow period in between closing. And then when you have a transfer from one owner to another, you now have different pressure. Right? A family of 2 moves out, a family of 4 moves in, you've got more pressure on systems, and it makes a big difference.
Right? And especially now in this market, because of the fact that you have people that want the home inspection, or they're going without the home inspection to make their offer that much stronger because it's a strong seller's market. But at the same time, you want to be protected. As an investor, of course, I wouldn't know what's wrong with this home, and at least have an idea to what to expect or what I need to do. And one of the biggest issues as an investor are dealing with those numbers and those repair numbers and those unforeseens and things that come up. And now this is a tool to help soften the blow.
And it's a small cost for big value.
And what's the cost?
So, we have 3 options, but I'll go with the best plan, the one I carry on my home, what I recommend, is our Eagle Premier. So it covers all major operating systems in the house. So your HVAC, your water heater, sump pump, oven range, dishwasher, built-in microwave. It adds washer, dryer, kitchen refrigerator. So if you don't want those, you can pull those off. But in the electrical for failure, plumbing for stoppages, leaks and breaks, there's a lot of coverage. Whole house fans, ceiling fans, electrical. Yeah, so we don't put stuff, if there's components that are missing that have been identified on home inspection to be missing, or there's a safety concern, we don't fix safety concerns.
Okay.
Okay, it has to be mechanical failure due to normal
Right.
wear and tear.
Right.
And again, age is not a concern to First American.
Now, if that's the recommended, what's the next step up? If that covers, that particular plane covers that much, what's the next step
So
up?
the Eagle Premier, and I didn't give pricing, so our
Okay.
Eagle Premier for our single family is $620.
Okay.
We have a military discount for $25, which I love, so that if you're military, then we give that discount.
Okay.
And then row home, condo, or townhome is $545.
Okay.
Now that also includes what's called a first class upgrade.
Mhm.
So that protects you against failure due to improper installation.
Mm.
So if you've negotiated some repairs, and I'm hearing repairs are being negotiated,
Right.
or if the seller's done some work prior, you don't know that. You
Right.
really, an inspector can't see behind the walls.
Mm-hmm.
So it gives you that coverage for that unknown. We cover unknown pre-existing.
Mm.
So if you can't visibly see it, but we're covering you against that pipe that's been improperly installed that you don't know until you turn on your water.
Oh man.
Right?
This is beautiful.
It's an amazing tool when you have the right expectation, but the pricing is there. So if you're worried about a budget,
Right.
it's definitely worth it to put that into your transaction, or purchase it. I say immediately before closing, but we do give 60 days that you can purchase after settlement.
Wow. How much stronger would that make your offer if
Mhm.
you're paying under $700 for a service that's actually going to take care of some of those major mechanicals that you could foresee having an issue somewhere in the near future?
Right. We don't cover, so if you can visibly see there's a problem, that's
Right.
considered a pre-existing condition, and we
Okay.
don't cover that.
Right.
But we cover unknown pre-existing conditions.
Mm.
So those things that you're not sure about. We cover lack of maintenance. You don't know how that prior owner maintained that home.
Right.
Right?
Right.
I mean, it's huge. And it's a great way, but you can also leverage it as writing an offer in this market.
Mm-hmm.
I know your offer has to be strong financially,
Definitely.
and even if you decide to have an inspection or waive your inspection, there's a risk there. So how do you protect your risk?
Right.
But you can leverage it when you're writing an offer for your clients. You can leverage it to the listing agent and say, if you accept my client's offer, we're asking for a First American Eagle Premier. Did you know that a portion of this coverage will automatically convey to the seller complimentary?
Mm. So that means the seller could purchase it as well, and it will convey to the buyer?
Well, even if a buyer is purchasing it, or you can write it into the offer. So you can write it into the offer when you're submitting that offer to the listing agent and
Right.
you're having that conversation. Let them know, hey, we're asking for a warranty. Did you know that if you accept my client's offer, that a portion of this coverage will automatically convey to your seller? So now you're leveraging it to protect the transaction,
Right.
right?
Right.
So you can do it that way, or
Okay.
the buyer can just say, you know what, in this market, it's, I'm just gonna go all in with my offer, but I'm gonna protect myself, which still protects the seller even though they don't realize it. So we just had a sump pump that failed for a seller, and the buyer hadn't purchased yet. So how do you protect the transaction moving forward?
Right.
Right? Just had a water heater 2 days before closing. They did the walkthrough, water heater was leaking. That's technically on the seller, but because the buyer enrolled a warranty, we conveyed a portion of the coverage, and we conveyed that, and the water heater is part of that coverage.
Let me tell you the part that you guys missed. She said enrolled. She didn't say purchase. Here's the reason why she's saying purchase. Because, correct me if I'm wrong, if you enroll in with the coverage of home warranty prior to closing, one, you don't have to pay the home warranty until settlement.
Until settlement.
But the protection starts
From enrollment.
from enrollment. Is that correct?
Correct.
Wow. Well, like I said, I got more than what I was expecting there, right? But again, this is a way or a tool that you can use in order to, one, make your offer stronger, protect your numbers, and also just protect yourself in regards to investing. So, home warranty, guys, consider that. Make sure you're putting a home warranty in your offers and buying a home warranty for your properties so you can save money on the budget and protect yourself a little more. Look, this is my girl, Anna Coleman of
First American home warranty.
That's right. And as you know, I am Agent Cory Banks, Realtor 007. Again, I appreciate you guys. And until then, have an amazing day. And I'll check you later. All right?